Imagine a death which really occurs, that is, not the death which devastates inside a dream as you sleep, the kind of dream from which you wake up sweating, the gray sheets dampened in the room suddenly filled with the cold sweat of someone who has been asleep for an intolerable amount of time, alone in the dark, the kind of dream in which you wake up and want to call your brother to see if he is still breathing. Are you alive, you want to ask, knowing that the answer is yes, and knowing he is home in his bed, dreaming his own dream of wanting to occupy another body that is not his own, dreaming of his mother, of when she was alive, and you recall the particular dreams you have of a mother that are different than his dreams of the same woman. And when you are awake, you imagine all the cold and hard touches of a love buried, then excavated violently from the foul-smelling earth, the grappling, bloodied body of your dream, the imagined death of a loved one that is so common on these sleepless nights when it is easier to dream of death rather than life. And when the imagined deaths of movies are so easy to digest as the scene of the decapitation of a lovely maiden, the close-up of her neck, the careful removal of her necklace, this fictitious and choreographed scene which is designed to induce tears and empathy, and without fail you are bawling and imagining the suffering of a girl who is only 16 and of those who have dared to love her, and you can't feel the warmth leaving her body, but you can imagine the anticipation of the quick death that awaits her. The slight itch on her nose that can't help but become an afterthought in the moment before a death when she does not want to spend the last few seconds of life scratching her nose. Her hands bound behind her, her lips pursed and waiting, the graceful trail of blood that leads away from the scene. No, not a death like that, but a death which really occurs outside the window at night. The sitting tensely in the dark, listening to the irregular noises of animals that signal pain and fright and injury, the screeching of a cat out there in the bushes, quick scurries in the dark and frantic confusion. And she might try to stir herself out of bed and put on pants before slipping outside barefoot in an attempt to track the source of the cursed creature, in an attempt to do something to at least witness the event, whatever the event might be, though the now too long silence seems to indicate quite clearly the circumstances of the event itself. And she already knows how this ends, how it always ends.